Do you like cyberpunk? I like cyberpunk. From Shadowrun to Final Fantasy VII, a world full of futuristic technology, flying cars and computer hacking opens up a whole slew of video game possibilities. Anime is no stranger to cyberpunk, and what could be a more famous example than Ghost in the Shell? Masamune Shiro's story of Section 9, an anti-cyber-terrorism private security organisation utilising the power of cyborgs. A manga, 2 films, an anime series and more has cemented this into popular culture. It's so good, it has such detail, depth, developed characters, and great locations and tech. So any video games derived from Ghost in the Shell have to be awesome, right? Well, let's see. There have been a grand total of 4 games developed, outside Japan at least. Ghost in the Shell on PS1, Ghost in the Shell's First Assault Online, an online competitive first-person shooter from 2017 that was shut down within a year due to declining interest, Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex on the PSP, and today's game, Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex on the PS2. For the longest time I thought the PS2 and the PSP game were the same game, but no! Well damn, I've got to track down a copy of that now. 2 different games with the same name in 2004, starting that trend early, Caviar? Taking place between the 2 seasons of the Standalone Complex anime, Gitsack for PS2 is a third-person action shooter, with platforming and stealth elements. But before we find out what Section 9 are investigating this time, it's tutorial time, because Gitsack's default control layout is a bit odd. Starting off with simple movement with the left stick, and camera control with the right, which can be inverted, Wallace and Gromit. And speaking of, second time in a row, good widescreen. Then things start to get a bit unconventional. All the physical acrobats like jumping, dodging, grabbing ledges, etc. are all assigned to the R1 and R2 buttons. Who does that? In a shooter they're usually reserved for, well, shooting. Nope, L1 and L2 are reserved for weaponry. You can change some of this, but by the time the tutorial's over I kinda got used to them. Sorry, haven't even started the game yet and I'm already ranting. Anyway, what's going down in Tokyo Town? Section 9 is investigating the misappropriation of military weapons, which was scheduled to be scrapped. Major Kusanagi has been tasked to track down these guys, hack into their cyberbrains to get a better idea of what's going on. But when doing so, memories are being deleted by some mysterious outside hacker.
There's someone else besides me who is accessing this guy's cyberbrain? Attack barrier? Who's the peeping Tom out there?
The environments are what you'd expect from Ghost in the Shell. A mix of detailed and sterile, bland yet realistic. Very boxy and tidy layouts that make for easy navigation. I like it when the area itself becomes the puzzle. There is a place you need to get to, so finding the right path through exploration and secret passages is enjoyable. The manual, back of the box, Wikipedia page and even the fan wiki doesn't go or hardly at all into the plot. In fact, the fan wiki only lists 2 of the 4 games. Call yourself a fan wiki. I'll admit I didn't fully take in the plot myself. Good thing for the communication log. Investigations dig up a deceased man linked with a 5-year-old case. His current whereabouts in the harbour's multi-storey car park. This is where Bateau and the touch comas come in. Bateau isn't as fast or as nimble as the Major, but he can take more of a beating, and are the touch comas.
Mr. Bateau! Where are the terrorists? Are they hiding?
The spider-like battle tanks with the super kawaii voices, because Japan I guess. You do get to control the touch coma, for one mission. A very short mission. Here is my time log for it. Less than 4 minutes. Then right back to normal. Well, that was something different for a fleeting moment. Anyway, a car park, yay. See what I mean about bland environments? It doesn't really change much from here on out. As each enemy has a cyberbrain, they can be hacked, as long as one of them drops a unit ID. Then find an enemy with a blue arrow above them, hack and use them to destroy unsuspecting foes. A cool idea, but the opportunity doesn't crop up very often, and most of the time it's unnecessary. When it comes down to it, what you're doing is shoot enemies, find terminal to unlock door, elevate, etc. to proceed. shoot more enemies, find out terminal is locked, shoot even more enemies to find the terminal keycard, unlock terminal, rinse and repeat.
Okay, will it be the tiger or the lady?
No supposedly deceased man, but his cargo is here. No weapons, but rice? How does that fit in? Grown in the autonomous region, a new micro-machined rice is being developed, and the government, being the government, have misappropriated the special rice to line their own pockets. This has led to a suicide virus being planted in the rice, which can be activated at any time if the rice's creator's demands are not met. That's some creative terrorism there. This requires the usual police work of tracking down the suspects, locating information and all that fun stuff the off-screen characters handle that has nothing to do with the player gameplay-wise. If you've watched the films and anime, you'll know how much detail it goes into with regards to proper police procedure. This is very present here but seems unnecessary for a video game. As I mentioned earlier, the actual plot details are left out by many sources including the game's own documentation. But this is a video game first, so really, how does it stack up? It controls well, the shooting is pretty accurate, as analog stick aiming is concerned, all the show's voice actors are present and it certainly looks the part, so why did it leave me feeling disappointed? I mean, this isn't bad at all, but that's also its weakness, it's just not bad. All the Ghost in the Shell games have been not bad at best, but it's Ghost in the Shell. It has a rich universe of characters, technology, antagonists, and many different directions and possibilities it can go in. So why just these mediocre shooter games? This franchise is screaming out for an RPG akin to Deus Ex, Mass Effect, or the forthcoming Cyberpunk 2077. I'd play the shit out of that and I'm sure many people would agree. Maybe the forgettable plot would work better in RPG form, dividing the elements into subquests, making it easier to piece together. I think that's what's missing. A regular, straightforward third-person shooter isn't enough for Ghost in the Shell. This whole game, which isn't very long, could easily be a side quest within an RPG. That's the disappointing part. It's fine, but it could have been a lot more.
Son of a bitch!